there, new money coming in from Adelaide, Radio Mosaic, teaming up with Wizo Manizo at the same time with the legendary himself, that is Mr. Viboyo Oweyo. So basically, even before we go anywhere, I just want to know, why do you call yourself Viboyo Oweyo? Oweyo.
Njogere?
Yes.
So Viboyo is an acronym.
Yeah.
Viboyo is an acronym of an abbreviation of visions beyond your own.
Oh, vision beyond
your own.
That is Viboyo.
Yes, that's the Viboyo. Okay. So erinnya lyange linonya ssente. Naye erinnya ly'omulumbe. Erinnya ly'obutaka. Anti mu nnyimbe omanyi tukkirize tugaane. Mu nnyimbe tusinga okukuŋŋaanira n'olaba ebika bonna abazze. Era baba tebakuyita go mannya gammwe ago. Nedda ssebo. Abansubuga. Sonze aganga matufu nze nsubuga Moses.
I wanted to know Oweyo what you yongereko Oweyo. Kati
Oweyo ako abayaye bakateekako ku street wano nga bansanga go Viboyo yego Oweyo nga so ne kankwatirako naddala ngo mugenzo oyo mese agwega wakusanga yo Oweyo nga ne kiwamba sebo.
I think that comes about Viboyo inengeri janyimbiramu eri nga ayogera Luganda lwe ali very articulate. Tayogera ebigambo nga abiyabuliye. Wala omuntu ayogera Luganda naye nga arapinga naye ebigambo abiyabuliye. Naye Viboyo akuba rap nga buli kigambo kiwulira articulate.
Kigambo ku kigambo.
It brings me to a question. Yesterday I was here with my DJ and I was like telling him tomorrow we are going to have Viboyo. Then he was like asking, is Viboyo a rapper or a singer? I was like, he's just a multi-talented artist, yeah? So he can sing at the same time he can rap. So how do you categorize yourself? Are you a rapper or?
Yes, I'm partly a rapper and partly a singer. So I call myself a sing-songy. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Viboyo Oweyo, he's in the building. I told you earlier on. So, if you want to check out Viboyo Oweyo, so chiri chimichoka gena musimeyo, gena mdelu padi wali, omaika tifebin tuwabi goza muko. You understand, okay? So, chini okola gena mdelu padi, dialing star 217 star 407 hash. Nonyamu, bageda kulete menu ya BTM Television Uganda. Nonyamu ali opinion, nonya level up. It is option number 6. Wandi kama ekibuzo kyo so Viboyo Oweyo agenda kubanga akola ki akuddamu. So for starters, by the Viboyo, happy new year.
Happy new year to you guys and to our people watching us from home.
All right.
And those watching us from work. Kubanga waliwo n'abalabira ku mulimu si buli omuntu yali waka saawa zino.
Okay.
Yeah man. Happy new year everyone.
Okay. So last year musically I think it was a very big year for you because you even released an album.
Yeah, last year was a big year for me musically because it was like my official return in the game.
It was the official return, yes.
Yes. And I released an album. It's working well, very well. And I'm coming up with another album.
This year?
Very soon. Not just this year, but which is like, could be February.
Okay.
Once the other one is making a year, if this one is making a year, at least I think I should put another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically the album that we are trying to talk about, it was called
Handmade Triumph.
Handmade
Triumph. Handmade Triumph.
Yes.
Yeah.
So basically he has just assured us that the album stream-wise, people stream the album.
Oh yeah. It's streaming.
What was the most streamed song?
Tugendeyo is the most streamed song.
Tugendeyo featuring Azawi.
Azawi followed by Kantoloze featuring Kitaka.
Even this one of my favorites.
And that's Bother Me featuring Spider and Tushi is the third most streamed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So shout out to you, my brother Spider MC. Brother Spider is a very huge fan of this show.
Yeah. And he has a show
next week.
Next week.
It is next week on 18th. Yeah. So together with our Fusion Eco Resort, together with our Munyonyo. So please come and support our brother that is a Spider MC. So basically, what was the biggest highlight for you last year?
Well, the biggest highlight, as I just said, it was my album.
Apart from your album, in general, musically, yeah.
In Uganda, or
yes, in Uganda, yeah.
Well, I would say I saw a lot of talent on TikTok.
It was more of TikTok, yeah.
I've been following up, and there's a guy I follow. He's called Shirtless Boss.
Shirtless, yes.
Actually, that guy has done a great job, and one of my highlights
Shatter
is
Empire. There's Shatter.
Oh, Shatter, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually, that guy is doing a very wonderful job of uncovering.
Discovering.
Not just uplifting, but uncovering. Kugamba abana bali yeyu tetubamanyi oba oli awo ng'okagwako chichichi. So yeah, I think that guy deserves all the credit.
Yes, because botulya last year yaleta abana nga banato bossi
bangi nyobe oyo simanyi bulabiso oyo. I think I should call him on a cipher, man.
That's a good one. Now, on that very note, that you came in the generation where the competition was stiff, like I would say stiff and rough. Because stiff and rough, where the roughness, they were the big names intact in the game.
Yeah.
Those Bebe Cools were energetic, the Bobbies, the entire catalog yaliwo. Atenga namwe yamwe yaliwo. Ngali very competitive. That's how you imagined it to come. So as you relate to this generation, which is the beauty that you find, Nogamat, at least you have achieved something from the time we started to now, that we see Tinako talent is the Tuzena zone, Zikula Zigena Maso. Atenda Butwari, Sibetuli. What are that beauty? Can you say we appreciate ourselves for this?
First, twaliko mu time nga bagamba muna Uganda bw'oyimba otyo oluzungu, ng'omuyimbi ayimba oluzungu nga bamutunuulira. Twaliko mu time nga rapper nga kuba rapper baba olina okuba ne bidi ne lo nga bajja kulaba ng'omuyaaya awedde emirimu ekitegeera nga bamanyira abayimbi basebata ojja kuyimba Luganda. But now people are appreciating art for what it is.
Yep.
If you're a rapper and you're good, people are going to appreciate you. If you're singing in Acholi and you're good, people are going to appreciate you. If you're singing in Luchiga and you're good, people are going to appreciate you. So your growth. Actually, follow social media. People in the north, in Gulu most especially, they are bragging how they no longer need Kampala.
Exactly.
Yes.
They bring in, they fly in big names. They stage big shows.
They're having their own awards.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's the growth we need in the music. That's the growth.
But I feel like it is bringing a little bit of discrimination, whereby if I told people in
I don't think so. Trust me.
Yes.
You
what
see,
about competition?
Competition is good. Competition is good, but you see nga federal wekola nti mu region eyo mukuza mwekulakulanya webale nnyo ne mu blowing. So tewali nothing like division.
I think that's a very brilliant
nothing
idea.
Like division. People are, because there are so many talent, like we've just talked about banabagenda mu ghetto ne bajjayo abantu. We didn't know them. We didn't know them. So it's about time we get to know about all the artists
in different areas of
different regions
Kampala,
of Uganda. Uganda is not Kampala.
Exactly.
Okay. You get Uganda is so much more than Kampala.
Exactly.
Yeah? So it's a platform, and right now the music is open. People can post their music from wherever they are. I have my friend G Willis. He's Karamojong, and if you listen to his music, you'll be very inspired. He doesn't need to come to Kampala. He will just make his song, post it on YouTube, and I mean, there's growth.
Now that brings me to a question. Do you think your generation of Ngamukula mutandise ndongeri is competitive mwogo mulembe yaleta abana mangi angamanya manene mwagira bakiza bani abangi ddala nga tamanya manene. When you compete to this 2020 something kwa abana batandikira mu covid yao nabo baweze kubanja la wala nga mva ku covid ngenda maso oloza time eyo flame eringa ya myaka 7 neyamwe. This generation is of late neyamwe. Which generation jolabanga yatekawo nyakaliro?
Okay, generation za njawulo mukko kubanga in the early 2000s we had no internet. Okay, internet was there, but putting music there was rare. Then in the tujja time, so times zigenza zikyuka mu generation. This generation is lucky that there are so many platforms. A person who just needs a small laptop, a boy will just get a small laptop, sit in the corner, do a song. in an hour the song will be done, and the next thing you know
video
yes, and that very day the song can go on Spotify, it can go to on all streaming platforms anywhere.
True.
And the next day it could be a hit.
Exactly.
But back then in the days nga wakola oluyimba radio has to play olina okwegayira radio kuzanyi okitegeera. But now we need radio, we need TV, but we have other platforms. We have so many platforms. We have YouTube.
So ekyo kituletedde okufuna abaana abangi abali talented mu eno season.
It has opened up kiguddewo enzigi.
Is this generation a little more flourishing in terms of bringing
it's
out
not music? Even a little more, it's very, very flourishing. Because even back in our days, nga tutandika, studios were rare.
Abantu onosonyo kusala ekiri. Abantu abamu bagamba guno mulembe tulina international figure maker bakugamba omu babiri. Ate then abasajja babeerangayo nga jjuka n'ebiseera ebyo nga babebi bakyako.
Bw'ogamba international figure oba otegeeza ki?
In terms of entertainment
a
music.
local international figure.
Ugandan
a local artist, but basically who
like I said now,
yes.
The world has become a global village. Everyone is international in their own right. Trust me. If a Ugandan goes to Rwanda, he's an international artist.
Yes.
You get? True. If a Ugandan goes to Kenya, he has already become an international artist.
Ozambe.
Yeah.
International.
So kati enzijinzi gule. Opportunities are there.
Tolooza nti kituwa musically lukuomu. Manya enziri bwe ziba nyingi. Okulowooza kuba kutono. To make an option, to strive to be the best.
But still, trust me, music agenda kuba mungi mujja kubamu n'ateetaagisa, but we will get that real good music, and we are getting that real good music. If you go and start listening, trust me, you are going to find talented guys that you don't know that are wishing to bring their song here, and they don't even know where to start from. We have so many.
So, Viboyo Oweyo, actually, me have my two questions actually before we talk about the wrap up and everything. So, one, my questions are going to be based on discipline and violence, because right now is what is in the industry. Yeah. So, I would love first to know what has really kept you relevant in the game for the past 15 years, and we're still counting. Actually, what has kept you more relevant as Viboyo? Is it the wrap ups? Yes. Is it the wrap-ups or maybe your music only?
I think everyone has a different upbringing. Fena tulina gye twava nga bwe tuli wano buli omu alina gye yakulira, alina abaamukuza. So n'abakuza abantu nabo balina engeri gye bakuzaamu abantu baabwe. Nze we nakula gwe si bwe wakula, naawe si bwe wakula. So bwe tutuuka mu nsika, then we come to Kampala and we converge together. Then you start seeing different obuyisayisa. Chovola n'abaana okugenda ku masomero, not necessarily nti bajja kuba bayiza oluzungu biki, but they get to learn
to socialize.
Yeah, to be how do you coexist with other people. You get. So the only problem now is people are bringing their poor upbringing into the industry, which is not a good thing. Violence, it will never take us anywhere. It has never taken anyone anywhere. Your songs will trend, but for how long?
When Kubuliza that way back in time, we used to hear that even way back violence game, because in the Saudi war, even I didn't know more about it. Maybe you get, but witnessing because I'm around and also I'm into it. You get. So basically,
omanye ekireta violence. I think sisobola gamba nti yaliwo, but tewaliwo nnyo kamera. Nga bwe tuli kati. Tewaliwo social, kubanga kakati anything happens olinga agendawo straight nga postinga. Bili ebiseera nga violence wabaawo, Chameleone alina okukola press conference, ayita ab'amawulire nti Bobi Wine yankubye biki bikyo kitegeera. Ne kati right now the information travels.
That means era violence yomu yaliwo even.
Violence yaliwo.
Alabisiddwa bulabisibwa.
Kati nako zino alabisibwa nnyo. Ne kusiima. Okitegedde. So fenga abantu tulina kweddako.
Kati mbadde manyi for a competitive industry, muinovera mu what we call controversies, Because what I am controversies is selling a brand in one way or the other.
Controversies is selling a brand for how long? I mean, let's go to the US. Betwaso kumanya muntalo. Bafa. They had to die, and that's what you want? No. Or you violence mulungi mu industry because Tupac was shot and all his success came after his biggest success came after he was dead. He didn't even enjoy it. Which bantu balabe bache enjoying. Same as Biggie. I mean, look here. Moses Radio. We just lost Moses Radio to violence. Yes. We just lost Moses Radio to violence. So there is no way you can glorify or violence in any way. What
would be the advice, if at all? Because when you look at the other talent like Alien Skin, because the past 2 years he has been so much vocal, because he has been also having his own kind of music and people have been appreciating it. And his own style, lifestyle kind of thing. So what would be a better advice for such kind of an artist?
I want to tell my brother Alien Skin. Bamugoberera abo baberanga lukumi kati, but there will come a time nga talinaako n'omu kubanga abo be bamuwaga.
Okay.
Those people around you, the yes men, they will convince you how you're on top of the world, how you're the best in the world. They will convince you, they will give you all that false hope. But a time will come when you're facing your own bullshit by yourself. For example, we bali balwane in Zambia hospital. How many went to Luzira?
Just get on social media. Try social media.
Trust me, it was a different case. Yes, but it was that different case came up because he fought. Trust me, if it wasn't the in Zambia incidents, maybe they wouldn't have arrested him because that case was already there. So ichengezako kugamba nti balwana bangi abali bakuba naye yagenda mu kaguli yagenda bwomu. Oyimirewo mulamuzi
kikulowoozesa nti decision zino ogambye mbu abakwetolodde the yes men kikulowoozesa nti decision zino teziri mu mindset ye because ye muntu bwazize nga ye brandinga nti yayagala nnyo ebyonoonese era yajja kubalagako kubonoonera then he will make his name out of that.
Ya kituufu naye singa abaddeko
bano bakabadiya ngebyadala komandi eva wa mukulu nti
kati komandi weba eva wa mukulu ne bwebo mukulu atya naye omukulu wabana abamwetolodde kati omukulu wabanga kyayogera tekiddibwamu then ayina kurunfu
anti omukulu tasobya
anti
totunula mu busowani ya bosi wo
awo nga kurunfu wabanga tolina muntu ayinza kuyimira naga muzeeyi wanosobeza eyo kurunfu wabanga tolina ayinza kugamba nti man this is wrong this is right. Trust me, you're as good as being by yourself.
Is it okay for artists to be regulated? Like, because recently
be what?
Regulated. Recently, police Viboyo in response to a girl violence and everything, a girl began a mass. Nisa ichiragiro negamba omuyimbi atekedde okubeera n'abantu batano. Manager, secretary, DJ,
secretary anona kimusho.
Accountability. But is it okay for an artist to have a team of 5 people, especially when he or she is attending a
band?
I think ekyokulimitinga that it won't really make sense because nga Bugambi, some people have dancers. Oli ayinza okujjanga alina badansa 8. Alina DJ, alina manager, alina cameraman, akitegeera. I think it's important in Uganda again said in amateeka gagifuga. Amuyimbi si wanjawulo. Ku muntu omulala. Tulina amateeka fenna agatufuga. So buli muntu mu business ye, buli muntu mu trade ye alina kugoberera amateeka gaggwanga. Musobola n'okujja abantu 100 naye mukuba abantu baaki. Mujje mukole ekibalese mugende.
Basobola n'okujja 2 ne bakuba abantu bonna ne
bagamba. Abayimbi bagamba eggaali zino zibayambako for security purposes.
N'okuba situlira
security purposes. Wetaaga babouncer bameka. I mean, 2 bouncers are enough for a person, for an artist. 2.
Kati omulala wakubuuliza kituufu n'abayimbi katugeze nga abaswangs nabo balina eggaali.
ekyo mwandibadde mukiraba nokiraba kati naye Swangs is about business
professionalizing
because the funds we sing to are clients. They need their money's worth. Tebagala kulaba nga basasulidde omuyimbi atadde mu kulwana atadde mu kuba abantu abazze omulaba okitegeera ate abantu bozze nabo ng'omuyimbi ojja kuba ku stage naye ng'ate bozze nabo bali mu kukola kavuyeeri. I mean it kills business. It kills. Era nga bwe nkugambye it's only happening now but it's not going to last. Eventually buli omu ajja kulaba yetufaaki tetukyayagala mubaleeta and trust me entalo abo bonna ze baleeta zigenda ba affectinga in bookings kati waliwo corporate companies zitayagala kwesembereza.
Okay.
But
sometimes in Gabatugangas in controversies, which some people be like, Banavan, by numbers, something like that.
Just no kubanga tufuna difference. Omanyi mama nanga muli bafaza nga temuli mutamivu no temubawo amazima tebakulimba
Viboyo
nga mwena muli wano muli bapatiri nga temuli mutamivu omuwadeno nebanga muli kufinova watakubawo akyusa embeera ne mulaba different side of the coin.
Anti kiringa kugamba nti singa tewali stand
ate twali tulwana naye
Katonda tetwandimusinziza
okitegeera
Katonda tumusinza tumwebaza lwakwa waliwo ki opposition.
How about kino ekyokususpending abana abayimbi as someone who has been in the game for quite a while? Do you feel like it's the better way to discipline these artists, like suspending them for 90 days?
Basoga myezi mukaaga abamu
naye ogambye okwakola ki suspending
banning them for 6 months without them performing on stage.
abo promoter ababanninga siboka ababayita still people are going to be calling them for events, for their events. Trust me, ojja kwewuunya just checking a weekend eno labo bajja kuba tebalina gye baperforming. So it's just those individual promoters abaga efe tubabanniza of course ate nga bwe bivulu bakola bivulu binene naye bano abayimbi badependinga ku bivulu bya buli weekend ebitonotono mabaala bukyo kitege. So
they want to work hand in hand with the bar owners and also some other events promoters all over the country. So kati gwe engera jogamba linga gamba tewandibaddewo any punishment so that
Viboyo kuddamu. I wanted to even to make a live on that very note. Before we know it, abayimbi bayimbi bubi ne baba pinning ne baba tekako nati. Before you know it, abayimbi bane balwana muma pinnize mutakako nati. Ojja kuba oli awo Viboyo yizo kwa tojagala byansasage naye ani jogere wani omulala gumanya nze kwanga ali kam kale David Utalonga afunisiza mukazi w'olubuto. Ngogeze mu court. So I'm trying to get a controversy. Things happen, and before you know it, it looks awful that you need to also pin this person. Okay. So you're going to end up all our good artists.
Let me just ask you, what's the best way how we can really punish these artists? Just like how Captain Mike Mukula did?
I think it goes back to the fans. The fans are the bosses. Abafani abali eyo mwe mulina okusalawo engeri abayimbi bano gye balina okweyisaamu. Temugoberera muyimbi, temubika mpisa za muyimbi mpya mbi lwakuba mumwagala nnyo. Don't cover. Okitegidde. Kitandikire kuba fan. Kitandikire kuba fan because I see one Uganda tulina weakness. We think a celeb is always right. We think a celebrity doesn't mess up.
And it doesn't, they believe even it doesn't deserve a punishment.
Sometimes olaba omuntu nga ddala kyaliwo naye ng'olaba yakoze ensobi naye ng'abantu bavuma agezaako okukyogerako. I think it's a weakness that goes back to the people, the supporters, the fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about the wrap-up year 2024. Veska, tell us about the beauty about these wrap-ups.
Wrap up 2024. Yeah, katwanalyzing ebintu bino emyaka tugurappinge nga bwe tujjukanye ebibadde mu 2024. Yo.
So First, tell us a bit about these wrap-ups. Actually, you have been doing them for quite a long time, you know. This is chapter
13.
13. That means
Those are 13 years.
Those are 13 years.
Onalya n'olyalya okitegeera kwegamba ate nze kati wendaba nga balala bakikola kinzizaamu amaanyi nti at least ne bwendivaamu the trend will not die.
Yeah.
Someone else will come and take it up and take it up. Omanyika akubule bw'onova ku TV wano oba n'ova ku wa DJ nga tolina gw'osomeseza. Trust me, however much money you would have made, ojja kuba olemeddwa.
Yes.
You need to teach.
Inspire.
Someone,
a legacy to flow.
Yes.
You need to teach. Someone has to learn from you na yakyongereyo. So that when time comes, you look back and be hey, bambi. So wrap-ups is, ziri ebi happening mu mwaka, like it's like we are archiving, we are keeping records.
Okay.
Kubanga musoma history ne michi, but kati kuba mu maaso eyo omuntu atanyumirwa history naye nga anyumirwa music. Ajja kuba asobola okumanya ekyaliwo mu mwaka ki
2024.
Ajja kugamba kampulize wrap-up eno akalulu 2018 waliwo akalulu ani yawangula ebiseera ebyo Besigye yali namba 2 okitegeera. So we are keeping information.
So where did you get that idea of wrap-up? Because all of a sudden, because I'm just looking how you be there at home, seated in Ogama now. Let me start doing this thing.
Actually, the wrap-up idea came from a friend of mine called Deluxe. He's a rapper, one of the legendary rappers here. Young number man, there's an idea that you can work on, and because then I was planning to quit music, and he came in with a brilliant idea that you don't have to quit music completely. You can still be doing this. Okay. And it has really kept me coming every year.
Actually, on that very note, I don't know if I've ever asked you this question, but what inspires you to do music? Like, some people start, all of a sudden he doesn't want to do it anymore. What keeps you wanting to? Do you even write your own music?
Some people even feel like maybe at some point you feel frustrated by the music.
Many in Uganda.
And you're like, let me just stop doing music.
Well, what inspires me in music mainly is my day-to-day life. That's why when you listen to my music, it's not far-fetched. It's the exact stuff that we go through. What I go through, what you go through. We are all human beings. We go through the same things. Could be different ways, but we go through the same thing. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all breathe in oxygen. We all have to go to the washrooms. We all have to drink water. We have to eat.
Yes, but there are musicians who have done it and have fallen that lane time. But he lost the morale. What keeps that morale going? Music. So regardless what keeps you saying, okay, whatever, let me do it again.
Well, first I do music for love.
Okay.
First and foremost. Najja mu music ngasema nti ndimufunamu ne search. I think you can ask any artist that is on top if they ever thought they will make money from the music. If you come with the money, if you come with a
Money issue?
if you think money mind, if you think money is going to be the first thing, you need to first learn your art. And kituufu ba hip hop tuliwo kwewaana, but at the back of it all there is a real person. Okitegeera. So money is very important to a person's life, but you can only get money once you perfect your craft.
True.
Once people feel it's worth paying for. And if you come with a money-minded mind, you will not make it. Kubanga buli lwonoyimba ojja kuba.
So Uncle Viboyo, do you normally have like people who always remind you these events? Or what time right now? What if you are turning so from January to Mutandise nga wali abekuba.
January ever atandikira mu gear kati olaba nono tetunnamu mala twakamala mu week emu tufiiridwa Segirinya balwanye kwegamba ebintu bihappeninga waliwo saanya ebintu bingi biri ewabweru bihappeninga so yeah.
So you keep up writing?
I keep my I keep my ear to the ground. I know what's happening on the social scene. I know what happens in day-to-day life. I know it be happening. I watch TV sometimes.
Do you sit down like in December? Because I was listening to your wrap-up. Because one of instances, even on Christmas Day, you get. So there's another included into the song. So I'm asking myself, do you keep up or?
Yes, I do keep tabs. I keep tabs of what's happening. I do keep tabs.
Okay. So what was the biggest highlight? As far as Viboyo, you Oweyo, wrap-up Oweyo, what was the biggest highlight? No gamba instance ni anyumira nnyo last year.
Instance mwezi eziwera naye omukadde w'ekkanisa oyo
toyogera ku musumba wa
just katukomaawo tukiyite kungulu
simana wawayo sente
Shiba wange oyo naye naye story ya Shiba nayo baba
ate ya abba
kwegamba atobo otukyalowooza oba Shiba ate nga zireeta abba nga ate abba
omwana yagamba simanya kinyankole
oba okyali awo nga tojjukira mpozi twalinayo ne guloli ya bugi okitegeera kwegamba ya highlights zibaddemu nnyingi naye omukadde w'ekkanisa yaggulawo omwaka nzijukira naye Shiba eyo naye okwega Shiba naye yatukuba hiiti kubanga Shiba olikyali wange naye yatugamba nga nze ndina kyewombekedde biki tugenda okulaba ate ssebo muganda kyova bagamba nti emmese ne bwerigejja etya
You got me.
So let me ask you, as an artist, do you sometimes forget your lyrics? I just want to know.
That's very natural, yeah.
It's forget lyrics, Yeah, because
for example,
album. Ebigambo bimekagwe just imagine.
Twala ngono olimba wrap up. 7 songs is 7 minutes, 7 minutes 30 seconds, no chorus. Kwigamba ebigambo ebyo paka kati nze nabiteekamu naye oluusi mbyerabira.
Yeah, you have to.
I was watching Vibes Cartel perform at his first concert ever since yava mu komera. Denga ayimba nyimbe zimu na yerabira mu kone line agamba.
Musajja yakava mu komera gwe komera olimanye emyaka 13.
Naye olaba nga waka kidilia.
Era takyali badman.
Kana kubuza njala nnyo kabuza naddala abantu abaludde mu music eno ate nga mukoze impact. Given a chance that you know more than some young generation in the industry, and you are somebody who is outside Uganda, exposed, if given a chance to talk to the president, of Uganda and be his advisor, what advice would you give him?
Mr. President, abayimbi sente obawaza bwerere tebazisaana tebazeetaaga. They don't deserve the money because artists make their own money. Abayimbi tebalina kye bawa bafaani.
Okay.
Okitegedde sente z'omuwi w'omusolo zikola ebirala naye tezigenda mu bayimbi. Weba seriously
ayagala bakolerayo national theatre.
Abayimbi tebasaana kuweebwa sente. Kubanga abayimbi bakola ebivulu ne basolooza sente. Teri muyimbi yali akoze kivulu ngaddiza bantu. Teri muyimbi yali akoze luyimba n'alugabira bugabizi bantu. So sente zibawa abayimbi tekyetaagisa bawa sente. Tewali nsonga lwaki babawa sente. Kivola nti ogenda okutunda sente zibawadde zonna tewali kye zikoze.
But you want
let's do like this. My DJ, let's play the wrap up. Let's just play a wrap up. It's now right. To a video.
Video ejja kujja very next week era mu mujja kusoko gizanya.
Okay.
Yeah, so, man.
Let's just perform this song, yeah? Because since it is in the lyrics version, let's just perform. Then we call it a rap. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, DJ, just Mr. Capella as well. Mr. Producer, you can give us some sound so we can perform.
Yeah.
The wrap up of BR 2024.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. It's the wrap up.
Yeah.
Chapter 1-3. Viboyo Oweyo. Your boy.
Aha.
Yo. Yo.
Wrap up 2024 yeah ebintu bino omwaka turapinge tugurapinge nga bwe tojjukanye ebibadde mu 2024 yo gubadde mwaka gwa biyimbayimba kuweemula kukyobola Luganda baganda baffe tebakyayiiya ye paza agamba tebabiwulira ku nsubizo gye banyukira Haji yasibira mu kkomera kyo yagukkiriza kirawa ate ebyomukadde w'ekkanisa lusa obuzira kufaananyi ng'okkirira motoka yeah abadamu walimbamu obukambimeka wakisamu nsoza waggulu komawo nateeka lya lumumbu era abaganda basosoze naye nga ddala basosoze sipiika eddoboozi lyayitamu omukulu nakigoba biba byerabirwa bakujjukiza eyo bamuwayira zake omusajja kiki naye yale yo man down yodo yamusuza byempiteyiteyo bambuuza ndiwe mutundo obadde wa ku theatre
kati oli wa mutundi oli wa mutheatre
nga bwogambye nange simanyi
ebibeera nemutundwe
neda sebo wano babeerawo mande sikyo abokutheatre babeerawo mande fe ab'omutunde tubeerawo lwakubiri kati ezo ennaku zonna zanjawulo nenagulu nawe waliyo ekavule oliwe naye nowekavule
tujja mu bino ebirala
tanamanya wagwa kubawo nawafaanagana.
So, Viboyo, actually, we have come to the end of the show, but before we do
ngakadde kampi
kabadde kampi lwakuba.
So maybe, what's your projection in year 2025? Should we expect like should we expect like a change in sound, or maybe
if you remember when the album was coming out, I remember you asked me after this album, then what? Then I talked about because I did the last album, Handmade Triumph, for Uganda. It's predominantly Luganda. The album that is coming out is going to be a mixture, something that even a person that doesn't understand Luganda will understand. Njagala kutunda music buli wamu, so that's my target.
Okay.
That's my target.
And also, my very last question, someone would ask, like 2 years ago, I've been seeing you doing wrap-ups in Gokola. It's like a collective effort. There's a time when you featured St. Nelly Said, there's a time you featured Spider MC.
Let me see, I have 3 featured wrap-ups.
Yes.
The first one, St. Nelly Said. The second one, Spider MC.
Yes.
And the third one, last year, Deluxe.
Yes. How, okay, nowadays, why is it that now Toyina got at them?
This ey'omwaka guno egenda kujjira muwala mukyala.
So 5 events wakawandikako 3.
Zino tezitagenda kuwandiika. Zino zo tezeetagala kuwandiika. Wiiki emu yakayita mu mwaka. Naye akaliro. Naye nga honorable waffe bambi awumule emirembe omusajja oyo adde fiiti nnyo. Akoledde abantu be. Naye ekyo kibinyota nyumiddwa ku bwa MP.
Could you sing before you go? Would you sing something to do with what people would call it a little related to politics? Let me say, like the Lucky Dubes in their times, when they saw the apartheid going on, when they saw the black man suffering so much, they raised their voice to talk about it in their sound. I saw Azawi, in your crew member, talking about it. What is your take? Would you sing the song for Uganda in line with that? Or I'm
all about bettering Ugandans and Ugandans' lives. I'm all about us going forward. I'm all about growth. I'm all about the truth.
Totya migo nakubani.
Mwingi tulina kwefa.
Ate je migo nze bansiba nako.
Okay.
Sikikati nafa. Bansiba olwa luyimba nafa.
Oh.
DJ Scooper, do you have any question for Viboyo before we call it a wrap? As a DJ.
I actually have one question for Viboyo. Big up on yourself once again. Webale kuyimira ku mazima nga bweyogedde nti gwe oli musajja wa mazima for the betterment of our country. Yeah, man. So the question comes here. Viboyo, like, what comes into your mind whenever you're trying to do your music? Because I find your music kind of unique, different from the usual music that we actually vibe to. And whenever you sit down and listen to your music, you're like, man, no guy alabika muhendule abanga ayimba ku bintu bikukwatako gwe ng'omuntu alinga ng'eyakulingizaako ejjo n'agamba nti Bray alabika yakyayiddwa gundi ne gundi. You get. So what comes into your mind whenever you're doing that?
So whenever I'm doing music or I'm recording a song, what comes to my mind is first, singa omwana wange atuuka ku age nga ategeera n'awulira oluyimba olwo analowooza ki. Kyekisookera ddala singa omwana wange atuuka mu time etegeera awulira ki ebigambo teyesitaze tebimwesitaze. Ekyokubiri, when man nkola music wange, I focus on a family sitting at home.
Family friendly.
Jajja, tata, mama, abaana, abagenyi, and my music is playing. Oba oluyimba ne lujjako by accident, sagala oluyimba lujjako
But some people call it creativity. Music is art.
No.
Music is
art. Yayimbye ku kye soko tukampulirize bazze nayo. Bale nnyo.
Waliwo ennyimba nga zo oli abayimbi babe branding bwe bati mpe tuli ba mu kisenge.
Ngabbo nze nkyo obuzizza nze.
N'abazannya ba firimu. Mulimu abazannya firimu nga za family horror biki n'ababuluki.
Webale nnyo.
Naye naye baba movie station.
So, Viboyo, thank you so much for blessing us.
Thank you for having me, guys. It's fun. Omanyi wotubeera wana kantu kaba kanyuma. Kayimpiwa n'okuyimpiwa. I mean.
Yeah, you find the time is just chopping us down.
Yeah, so let me hope that you guys really enjoyed this particular interview. You understand? So Viboyo, he has been in here every single Thursday. We try to bring people that matter, especially when it comes to the music industry. You understand? Yeah. It's been yours truly, Bright, the name that you can trust. Actually, tomorrow we're coming back more bigger. Actually, tomorrow we have two special artists. We have big guys at the same time, Eri Bulamu. Yeah. It's going to be a blessing up, okay? So maybe ngagasneba kulika. Msajja wange Spider MC inaye chibulunga 18 tuli ya Confusion Auto Spa ya Munyonyo.
Nange ngenda kubaayo mukimanyi nine nyimba. Actually, I've recorded, let me see, a wrap up. I've recorded like 5 songs with Spider. Twakafulumyako lumu. Twakafulumyako 2 kale wrap up nechi, but I have songs in studio that are coming on the album with Spider. So Spider is my boy. Spider Chibuli boy.
Big up on the song.
Nga 18 tuli Munyonyo Fusion Auto Spa.
Yes.
Yeah? Yes. Tugende tukiikirira mu rasta waffe. Abantu emikisa giri wali emikisa gibeera wali bakuŋŋaanye. Wolaba abantu okitegeera abantu bakuŋŋaane emikisa gijje.
Wali wambuziza aka concert kaddi aka Viboyo.
Actually twakava okukyogerako eyo office. We are going to tugenda kukolayo ka concert nga
Viboyo fans
nga kasanga kwegamba nga
bw'okateguzuukusa
ako
audience. Viboyo sikuli yanga kongo osibula n'otumira omukyala oba family obeera bw'omu emyaka egyo gyonna.
Sebo mukyala kigwagala ntumire mutumire kati mutubuulire
Viboyo ko tomugobera family man
aŋŋambye mukyala kigwenjagala atumire amuntumire.
Twakyogeddeko dda wano. Ate n'ekirala emboozi yaffe nga tetunnajja ku TV kati oyagala ate ntandike kulaga
Saidi
Sina kulaga Saidi.
Asajja baganda tatu bibi mwanza
ale tujja kumpa budde kumalayo mannya